little astronauts. Today we are going on a magical journey to discover something incredible, the moon. Are you ready for a cosmic adventure? Look at our rocket ship. We are zooming through space, leaving Earth behind. Can you see the stars twinkling like bedtime night lights? Now, what's that big, bright circle up ahead? Is that the moon? Our celestial friend with lots of stories to share? Did you know brave astronauts went on special trips to visit the moon? They took rocket ships and landed on the moon's surface. Imagine taking giant leaps and walking on a place that glows in the night sky. Astronauts even brought back moon rocks to show us. Rocks from space. Isn't that amazing?
The moon landings refer to the series of missions conducted by NASA, the United States Space Agency, during the Apollo program in the 1960s and early 1970s. The primary objective of these missions was to achieve crewed lunar exploration and land astronauts on the moon. Here are the details of the moon landings. Apollo 11, July 20th, 1969. Crew: Neil Armstrong, Commander; Buzz Aldrin, Lunar Module Pilot; Michael Collins, Command Module Pilot. The first successful moon landing. Neil Armstrong became the first person to walk on the moon, famously saying, "That's one small step for a man, one giant leap for mankind." Buzz Aldrin joined Armstrong on the lunar surface, conducting experiments and collecting samples. Michael Collins orbited the moon in the command module. Apollo 12, November 19, 1969. Crew: Charles Pete Conrad, Commander; Alan L. Bean, Lunar Module Pilot; Richard F. Gordon, Command Module Pilot. The mission aimed to explore the Surveyor 3 landing site. Conrad and Bean performed 2 moonwalks, conducted experiments, and retrieved parts from the Surveyor 3 spacecraft. Apollo 14, February 5, 1971. Crew: Alan B. Shepard, Commander; Edgar D. Mitchell, Lunar Module Pilot; Stuart A. Rusa, Command Module Pilot. Shepard famously hit golf balls on the lunar surface. Mitchell conducted experiments and collected samples. The mission aimed to explore the Fra Mauro Formation. Apollo 15, July 30, 1971. Crew: David R. Scott, Commander; James B. Irwin, Lunar Module Pilot; Alfred M. Worden, Command Module Pilot. The first mission to use the lunar roving vehicle, allowing astronauts to cover more ground. Scott and Irwin conducted extended moonwalks, collected samples, and deployed scientific instruments. Apollo 16, April 20th, 1972. Crew: John W. Young, Commander; Charles M. Duke, Lunar Module Pilot; Thomas K. Mattingly, Command Module Pilot. Explored the lunar highlands and conducted experiments. Young and Duke drove the lunar roving vehicle extensively. Apollo 17, December 11th, 1972. The moon landings were historic achievements in space exploration.
Well, little astronauts, our moon adventure is coming to an end. Wasn't it a magical journey? The moon has so many stories to tell, and maybe one day you will visit too. Until then, snuggle up under your own starry sky and dream of more cosmic adventures. Good night, sweet explorers.